Alright guys, so we're going to talk about what you can do with a Necro if um, you don't have Enigma, right? Like what can you do with your summoning Necro if you don't have Enigma? For the purposes of the video, I do have my Beast. This is what I got for my helmet. Don't have an Enigma. I have a Spirit Shield, so pretty much like besides the Mars and the Beast, everything's pretty obtainable. We got Trangs, we got Scourgers, we got Spirit, we got Marowak. And then this is just a helmet that I have, but there is no Enigma. So what can you do to farm with your summoning Necro, right? So you could do cows, which is what I'm doing right now. It's probably one of my favorite places to do with summoning Necro, just because with Corpse Explosion, you could pretty much get a good amount of things done and fairly quickly with this. I'll also talk about my build, but it's the same build as my previous video build. Let's just talk about it right now. So my build is, we got max skeleton mastery, max skeleton. We're gonna be maxing out clay golem. We got max golem mastery. I have 1 into summon resist. I have 1 into skeleton mage. I have 1 into blood golem, 1 into iron golem, and I have 1 into revive. For my poison and bone, I have 1 into bone armor, and then I am going between maxing clay golem and corpse explosion, but for the purposes of just kind of like doing what you can, corpse explosion is fine at 10. For curses, I just have amplify damage. I don't have anything else. Everything else kind of just seems like a waste of point. I know in my previous video I said kind of do 1 into the whole like middle to right side. But if you're just doing things yourself, you're not really always with a group, or you don't really want to depend on other people to kind of like fill in the gap of what you can't do, which by the way isn't much. You can do pretty much anything in this game with the summoning Necro, but you don't care to like help a party out, you just want to help yourself and your army of skeletons out, then just do amplify damage. It works out. For my mercenary, I have an infinity, which goes on also the premise of my last video. I said pride in my last video. Infinity works better because it gets rid of some of the physical immunes as well, which is huge. But it also, even if they're not physically immune, it still lowers their resistances to physical, so it still helps out a lot over pride. Fortitude and Andy's visage, we could use like for a helmet, you can use anything that has life leech. For armor, Doriel's shell is really good, especially if you up it. My sorceress is still using a Doriel's shell on her mercenary, and it's upped. It's fairly easy to up it, but if you don't up it, just like I said, she used it before I upped it for a while. I wasn't getting a fortitude, and now that I have a fortitude, I kind of have only 1 fortitude. I'm kind of slapping it in between all my characters, so. But yeah, like I would say cows, chaos. As far as if we're gonna talk about things you could do fairly easy, cows and chaos. You can do bail. You can do anything yourself, but cows and chaos, you don't have to teleport to get to start those things going, right? You don't have to teleport at all to get those going. For this, I think I'm going to make an iron golem out of that. Okay. Alright. So yeah, cows and chaos are good because, like I said, this is all about like not having Enigma, right? Bale would be good if you had Enigma, but we don't have an Enigma, so that you could do Pit. Pit is fairly good. You just gotta run to it. You could do Pindle. Pindle's really good, especially since all the undead that are in the beginning of Pindle, you could basically revive them as your own skeletons before they actually come back to life. So Pindle's actually really good. Pindle's actually a good like starting point. You could start off with Pindle, because like I said, with all those skeletons laying on the ground, you could summon them as your own, and then kill Pindle, teleport out, and then just kind of be over it, and you're good. Pindle's a really good starting space. You could do basically Pindle, Chaos, Cows. Pindle, Chaos, Pit, Cows, you like are in a group, and you're like, you're each designating yourself to a certain MF spots. You do Pindle, chaos cows, if that way, because most groups want to keep it fairly like under a certain time frame, 5 minutes a game. But yeah, that's pretty much what all that there is for what I would think would be the best options for your summoning Necro if you don't have an Enigma. If you guys like these kind of like little informational videos, just give me a like and subscribe. Mostly subscribe. It'd help me out a lot, and I would love to put future content with you guys. And thank you guys so much for watching.